Welcome, Warriors. Back again with another episode of Warriors, Vigor Warriors 2. And the second we're going to talk about, and I was able to actually get the sun out of me. I think I remember the last one that I had sun in my eyes. But this one we're going to talk about the Gladiator in the Coliseum. Now, when we talk about the Gladiator, we're talking about sports. We're talking about sports performance. And I played football, high school, college, played some basketball, baseball, different types of things like that. And I did not realize how important this journey was or is when it comes to your sports performance. And I'm judging not more by my behavior because obviously I'm 60 years old, so except for a little bit of, softball, different types of games here and there, am not very active as I used to be in sports. However, lots of stories out there with boxers like Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, a lot of people that talk about these type of things. And I remember these examples before playing football games, especially, that coaches would come in and say to you, no intercourse, no fooling around, none of that kind of stuff before the game. And I could never figure out why that was. And I couldn't figure out, well, what are you talking about? Why is it a problem? And being young, like a lot of viewers are, please, before I forget, subscribe, like, and comment if you like what we're doing. But sometimes I get into this stuff, I forget to say that. Because I always use comments to kind of talk more about issues, and here's another one of these type of issues. So I couldn't understand why coaches would say that. But as time has went on, I realized that in listening to, statements from Mike Tyson, and Tyson I look at a lot only because he was such a strong boxer. But he stayed off and he had retention for 5 years. And you look at a lot of the great people in our world, a lot of those people have done these things for long periods of time, and they've gotten away from using their energy for things and just throwing it away, unless, of course, they're having a child, procreating, or, they're throwing it away for just no reason. And so if you're not going to have a child, you should be using that energy for constructive things. Now, I know that's the message we're not hearing in society, but when you look at the Gladiator, and one of my favorite movies again is the Gladiator type of movie, and Gladiator in the Coliseum is the Roman soldiers, the Sparta warriors, all these type of warriors that go in and have the anger, they have the strength, the endurance. All those things are needed, and you need all the energy you have to do that. So if you're a young person playing sports, the more you can do that, and more you can funnel and transmit that energy, the better you're going to be in any kind of sporting event you do. And the key is going to be using self-control. You use more self-control, you can be more focused, and whether it's running a play or shooting a basketball, those type of things are crucial. Now, one of the biggest issues that we run into as a young person, is that we think we're invulnerable. We have lots of years to go. None of this is going to hurt us. And that may be the case in case that you feel that way. And it may be the case that you have a lot of energy in you, and so you don't ever see a case where you're going to lose it. But as time goes on, you find yourself losing that type of energy, especially some of our younger people who are running into a lot of problems physically because they're losing their energy so often that they don't have really a lot of time to build it back up again. And that makes you, not very good in the Coliseum. That makes you not very good as a gladiator and a warrior. And you're almost like you're destroying yourself. And you think it's good for short-term pleasure. But in the case of a lot of the warriors, the long-term pleasure is important. If you're battling enemies, and I always kind of, I talk about these enemies as vampires and succubuses and zombies walking around. But they could be huge monsters in the Colosseum as well. But the thing is, they're going after your energy. They're going after you. And that's the thing you have to kind of decide. Who is it? Who am I fighting? And what's the goal? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to protect? What am I trying to defeat in this arena that I'm at? And it could be anything. You could be talking about a sporting event. If you're in high school, you could be talking about something in college. You can talk about some kind of event you're in, whether it's a flag football game, whether it's something that you're doing. That type of energy is crucial. And if you lose that energy, then you lose your performance to do the best you can. And once again, that's why coaches for a long time have been talking about this. And, it becomes a lot more apparent now in a society where, losing energy is very prevalent. And people, some people say, well, go ahead and do that all the time. It's great for your health. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. It's the opposite. And at least my experiences, and I'm just talking about my experiences, but what I've also read and heard, there's reasons why coaches would say to a player, don't do anything before you actually, do the sporting event, whether it's a football game, a boxing match, a wrestling match, whatever it might be. You have to keep your energy and use that energy and transmute it to the point where you're becoming a stronger gladiator, a stronger warrior in that Coliseum. And then you're going to be able to kind of defeat any foe you have. And that's the thing. Once again, guys, I have not been sick in many years. And a lot of this is really coming down to the same thing that I'm talking about, retention. Now, I've also done different exercises and tried to keep myself in shape the best I can. But I don't really want to get sick. I don't feel like I should be getting sick. And it's also a mental attitude that I have. So part of it's a mental attitude, and part of it is also doing those things to keep yourself in shape. And so as time has gone on, I've tried to be the best gladiator that I can be. I tried to learn over the years, how can I stay healthy? How can I be prosperous? How can I continue to learn and grow? And these things happen to you because you focus on goals. You want to do that. And the more you focus on that goal, these things will come to you and you'll be able to figure out, well, how can I use this to better myself? I'm speaking to the guys right now. If all you're doing is chasing the girls around, hanging out in the corner and chasing the girls around, right? They used to say that in the old days. Then you're just wasting your time. You could be achieving goals. You could be helping people. You could be doing a lot of things in society that's going to benefit other people and also benefit you. It creates a win-win, my friends. If you defeat those foes, then you're making it better for someone else as well, another person. And if you defeat the foes, it's obviously better for you as well. So as we talk about this gladiator, we're talking about someone who is strong mentally, strong physically, who's able to take care of those huge monsters, those vampires, succubuses, and they're not going to be distracted, going off on a different path. You're not going to be focusing on the negative things. You're going to focus on only things that are going to achieve your goal, and to be strong and defeat those people in the Coliseum. And like in the old days, when you look at those type of things, and well, what happened to all the strong people we used to have? Well, part of the problem in our society is we've kind of had a lot of weak people because of all the stuff we're talking about, all the fapping and all the other kind of nonsense that's going on. And a lot of that's done on purpose to sell merchandise, to sell things that people want you to buy. Now, do they care necessarily? That you're hurting yourself? No, of course not, because they want to keep selling. And as long as they're making money, they're serving a purpose. So it comes back to you, my friend, and saying, no, I am not going to look at this. No, I'm not going to go ahead and buy this. And no, I'm going to focus on my goals, and I'm going to try to achieve what I'm achieving. That is not the easiest thing in the world, but that's why you're a gladiator, and that's why you're a warrior, and we need to have more of those people. I had a comment the other day, and I had basically said, we need warriors. We need more strong males. Now, females, of course, we need strong females, but most females realize as well, and I see this a lot with the younger people that I talk to all the time. A lot of females that I talk to, they cannot find a strong male. And they need strong males. We need feminine strong energy and masculine strong energy. And that's why they connect. If they don't connect, all of a sudden, now you're in balance. And all of a sudden, you get a lot of strange combinations out there that you're seeing. But the thing is that you've got to have enough males who are strong. And that's the strong ability to control yourself and get the job done. Whether you're a man of Sparta, whether you're a gladiator, whether you're a warrior, or whether you're a vigorous warrior. Okay? So I feel this is one of the strongest things you can do, and this is going to enhance your sports ability to no end. Use that energy to work on your body, to work on your mind, so you become the best sports person you can be, and then you're going to be that gladiator in the Coliseum. Once again, subscribe, like, comment, give me more feedback, whatever you think is appropriate. I'm happy to listen to it. I'm happy to focus on other things. My only job here at this point, and this is why I have to come forward with technology, is I don't care how I can do it. I'm trying to get information out and kind of talk about my experiences and maybe help somebody in the audience there who can actually benefit, and then somewhere down the line you can help somebody else, and we can kind of create an army little by little of strong vigor warriors. Battle on.